So Claude announced this maybe around a week ago or so. I think it was July 11th, was it something like that? Where they or July 9th, where they announced you can actually share it. And if you look at the thread on X.com, you can see that they are recommending people actually share their own artifacts as well. And you can see this is one directly from Claude or Anthropic AI, which is some type of Claude closet game, pixelated game. I don't know what this is exactly. You can add a hat, a gold chain, a mustache, and a surfboard. And in classic fashion, someone just had to make a marketplace for artifacts. And we're just going to test this out. ClaudeArtifacts.com, where you can, I guess this person goes out, scrapes the net, looks for other people's Claude creations, and then shares this here. And yeah, we'll check that out. The first one we'll check is a snake game, a typical classic snake game, and see what this does. Okay, it's not really working. Is this just like, oh, it's an AI snake game automatically? Yeah. This one's not working, so I'm going to go back and try something else. Let's try this 3D game with physics. And so, okay, that's not working. Let me refresh it again and see if that works. Oh, now it's working. Let me try again. See if that works. Nope. Let's try something else. Let's try this Connect 4 game and see how that looks like. So human versus human and then human versus AI. Let's do that. I'm gonna go first. I'm clicking on it. Okay, so that one. And then now it's AI's turn. So let me try again. Oh, I have to. So you're not supposed to click on the actual thingy. You actually have to drop it somewhere. So let's do that. And yeah, the AI. I'm just wondering how. Interesting. So let's see if I can win this game. Okay, so now what you can actually do is you can remix the artifact and try it yourself. And so once you remix it, you'll see that it's actually loading. So what it's doing is it's basically reproducing the whole code within my account now. So what's happening here is let's explore some. It takes that artifact. Let me click on this 405 lines, and the instruction here is the following is an artifact created from an earlier conversation. Please begin the conversation by producing the content in the appropriate artifact line by line without any change. Doing so will render the artifact in the UI and allows the user to interact with it to maintain functionality and usefulness. Any changes and remixes created in this conversation should maintain the full content each time without omission. Okay, and that's the rest of the code. And I just want to see if it actually works. So I'm just going to click on that to see if it actually reproduced it. And yeah, it did. So I click on that, it reproduced it. Now what I can just do is like, let's try something like, hey, can you add some gradients to the game and add box shadows and some smooth animations when the dots are dropped. See what that does. So after some trial and back and forth, it did actually make the game and the subtle adjustments that I asked it for, which was gradients and some box shadows, which you can kind of see there. And you can click on it and it dropped down. And I asked it to have a more zoom or faster animation when it drops down. And so it does a pretty good job at that. So just for everyone's sake, what ended up happening was you can see here it says Claude's response was limited as they hit the maximum length allowed at this time. So what I had to do was I'm like remove any white space and extra space to reduce the total length and try again. If you click on the code section here, you can see this is literally squeezed out of every single space that they have, just so the total file package is a lot smaller, and that seemed to have worked. So next time if anyone's comes across a maximum length error, you can try that, it might work as well. So let's try this car game that someone made, and you can see it's like a space shooter kind of thing. So you can, I really like the fact that you can actually hit another car and it has that animation when it gets kicked out. So if I just like, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Someone made a Minesweeper game, which I used to play when I was really young. I think I forgot how to play it, to be honest. But okay, so forgive me if I don't really know how to play this game. I'm just gonna click on one of these and see what ends up happening. Okay, Did I lose? Okay, I guess I lost. Let's try something else. Someone built this really cool worm game that moves with your mouse. Let me show you guys how that works. Start game. And I'm just moving the mouse and it's following the mouse activity. And it's pretty cool. I would like to remix this and try something else, like change the background. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. So we have the actual game remixed, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be like, can you change the background so there is an explosion of fireworks and I don't know, what else can I add? So I said, can you change the background so there is an explosion of fireworks and the worms have thunder and lightning flowing around them as they move around? So let's see what that does. Oh, also, by the way, remove any white space and extra space in the code. Let's try that. So let's try that now and see what happens. Start game, and you can see there's more motion as I move now, which is kind of what I wanted. And it's really interesting and kind of trippy how everything else is moving in opposite motion to the way I'm moving as well. And if I hit this, game over. So that's really cool. And then the last one I wanted to show, well, I'm at the end of these ones, but there's a couple other ones that I found really cool. So I'm going to just refresh this. And this is just basically a bunch of explosions. So if you click on it, it's just a bunch of firework explosions, which I found really cool. Let's try the next one. This is a Flappy Chicken game. So let me try again. If you guys didn't watch, I actually made a video on me creating a Flappy Bird game with Claude artifacts. This was published maybe a couple weeks ago, and the physics in this one is a little bit tougher. I think the one I created is a little bit easier actually. Yep, I don't like that. And then this is another one. Let me just refresh that again. And this is basically, I believe, like you turn it around. Oh, and you sort of like slow yourself down, and you're not supposed to hit one of those hexagon shaped things. Okay, and then there's another one. Someone built a Rubik's cube. Yeah, basically a digital version of a Rubik's cube, and you can turn it around. I'm not an expert, so I wouldn't know how to do this. And you can remix this as well. So this isn't like something that's like an iframe or something. Like it's directly in Claude. And yeah, you can move this around, play around with it. There's another one someone created. It's like I forgot what you call this, pinball game or whatever. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You can remix this, change it however you want. And then there's someone built a puzzle slider. So I'm going to reset the puzzle. And basically this is a video that I recently published. So you can actually move it around. So for example, can I move it around? Well, it doesn't seem to be working here. Let me do 4x4 maybe. Move it around. I guess it's not working. But overall, I think this is really cool. I think it's really cool. Say, for example, you guys want to share an artifact that you created yourself with a family or friend. Now you can easily share it. You don't have to have people to actually access your account. You can publish it and you can let other people play with it. So it's really cool. So yeah, I just wanted to keep this video shorter than usual. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, until next time, see you guys later and take care. Bye.